watched a lot of movies in 2023. Kristen here, your pop culture obsessed bestie. Here's every single thing I watched. Starting with Avatar: The Way of Water. Stunning visuals, kind of a basic story. Maybe skip it. Megan slays the dance floor, but her kills are kind of boring. You should check it out anyway. I thought the show was a little bit underwhelming, but I mean, if you love her music, you gotta check it out. Catfish Killer, this is a cheesy Lifetime movie. Don't watch it, it's not good. Shotgun Wedding is silly, but it's pretty forgettable. You could skip it. Sick has crazy kills, but it's got a pretty weak story, so it's a toss-up. RRR is crazy, over-the-top, vibrant, unforgettable. If you check out any movie on this list, make sure it's this one. There's Something Wrong with the Children has an intriguing concept, but it doesn't really go anywhere. You can skip this one. Infinity Pool is not for the faint of heart, so you make the decision for yourself. There's a lot of fun cameos in House Party, but that's kind of about it. You People has been pretty polarizing, but I loved the chemistry between Jonah Hill and Lauren London. Check it out. At Midnight's got magical realism, a little romance in Mexico. Check it out, it's cute. 80 for Brady is so bad, it's kind of good. So if that's your jam, check it out. Your Place or Mine was kind of basic, you can skip it. This was such a self-aware journey through Pamela Anderson's life. Watch it. Intimate, romantic, a spectacle, you gotta check it out. I'm not gonna lie, I almost fell asleep during Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. You can definitely skip it. I wanted to love We Have a Ghost, but it was just really forgettable. You can skip this one. The timeline was definitely off, but I feel like I learned so much about Whitney that it made me go on a rabbit hole to learn even more. I even watched the Whitney documentary. Watch both, honestly. If you want like a little bit of a spicier Hallmark kind of movie, check out Royal Rendezvous. I feel like Knock at the Cabin had ideas and they just didn't fully execute them, so I would skip this one. Bullet Train was just over the top, larger than life. I had a lot of fun. Check it out. Such a feel-good movie, you gotta check it out. The Strays was so chaotic. The ending really surprised me, but I wouldn't say this is a can't miss. One of the boldest, most creative horror franchises out there. I watched the entire series from the beginning, and I loved every second of it. You cannot miss this one. So much fun, so many surprising twists and turns, you gotta watch Missing. The Whale is pretty depressing. It depends if that's your thing or not. It wasn't for me. I hadn't seen Chicago in so long, but I love the creative decisions they made here. This one was really fun. Cute, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Skip. A lot of things in this one don't hold up anymore, but it's a classic. You should watch it. I did not expect where the tutor was going at all. Maybe check it out. A cute love letter to 80s movies and genuine friendship. Check it out. Dungeons and Dragons. It's a lot of fun. There's some great action sequences. Watch it. I don't care what anyone says. I love the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Jack Black is hilarious. Best part of this entire film. If you're a fan of Chucky, you gotta check out this documentary, Living with Chucky. It dives deep into the entire franchise, and it's so, so good. I thought Renfield was goofy, gory, and so much fun. Check it out. I wanted to love Carmen. I mean, you got two huge players here, but I felt like there was no development of characters or plot. You can skip it. Praise This was surprisingly fun. It's kind of like Pitch Perfect meets A Joyful Noise. I really like the music. Rooming with Danger was like a cheesy Lifetime movie. The acting's not great, but it was kind of a fun story. If you love Judy Blume and her iconic legacy, you gotta check out her documentary, Judy Blume Forever. And John Mulaney's back with a brand new comedy special. I mean, he's just hilarious. You can't help but laugh, so check it out. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 broke my heart. You gotta watch it. I was so excited for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and honestly, I left feeling kind of mixed. You could probably just catch this on streaming. I did a throwback to Mystic Pizza, and you should check it out. I was a bit mixed on Peter Pan and Wendy. There were some moments that I really loved, some where they fell flat. Check it out. Peter Pan Goes Wrong was definitely funny. You should check it out. This space road trip adventure among friends really packed an emotional punch. Watch it. This documentary explored how COVID affected the Broadway community and how they rose above it. If you're a Broadway fan like me, you gotta check it out. Oh my gosh, Halle Bailey is a revelation as Ariel. Definitely watch. The Boogeyman is a pretty solid horror movie. Check it out. I went down a rabbit hole watching Grease and Grease 2 in my research for Rise of the Pink Ladies, and I'm still not a fan. Rush Hour is still a classic. Watch it. The Bama Rush documentary delivered nothing. Skip. I love how Flamin' Hot represented that Latino hustle. Watch for sure. Polite Society was action-packed, over the top. Definite watch. The Blackening is hilarious and it has something to say. Check it out. The Uncharted documentary followed Black and brown women trying to make it in music. Definitely very empowering. A watch. Conversations were interesting, but it was so toxic. Skip. Stanley is an icon, but this documentary does play it a little too safe. You should still watch it. The Line will definitely make you feel on edge, but there's no real consequences. Skip. I can't believe I hadn't seen A Bronx Tale. This movie is so good. Elemental was definitely a cute, emotional story. Check it out. No Hard Feelings didn't really do anything special. You can skip it. I love learning about Biz Markie's life and the hip-hop community on Long Island. Definitely check out All Up in the Biz. Ruby Gilman was kind of like Turning Red meets Luca. It was cute. Check it out. Rebellious, dynamic, inclusive, Nimona is a punk rock animated film. You have to watch it. I think the hype around Talk to Me is a little too much. I didn't think it was great. Joyride has one of the best ensemble casts I've seen in years. It's so funny, heartwarming, you have to watch it. Pray for the Devil actually surprised me and was pretty scary. Check it out. I already shared my hot take. I wasn't a fan of Barbie. I think this is one you can just wait till it hits streaming. I heard Huesera was terrifying, and honestly, it did not live up to the hype. Skip. Zoe 102 surprised me. It was a lot of fun, very quirky. It was a blast. Watch it. I watched Coraline and reread the book, and it's so good. I just love all the little details. Definitely watch. I watched the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion, which wasn't as great as I remembered. And then watched the new one, which I loved. It had so much movie magic. Mutant Mayhem was a blast. The animation, the music, the brotherhood. I loved it. Gotta watch. I did a throwback to Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Pee-wee's Big Holiday. I skipped Big Top Pee-wee because that one was trash, but these two were fun to go back to. I was so excited for Love in Taipei, but this film was so anticlimactic, you can skip it. Red, White, and Royal Blue was so good. These two actors, phenomenal. I mean, Nicholas Galitzine good in everything he's in. Definite watch. Zom 100 is very colorful, very out there. I mean, there's a zombie shark. You gotta check it out. I love horror movies, but I felt like Cobweb was missing something, so I love that the center of Blue Beetle is the Latino family, and it really gave me Spy Kids vibes. A must watch. Bottoms is a wild, queer, bloody good time. Check it out. You Are So Not Invited. My Bat Mitzvah was really cute, very fun, and the young actors were really good. Check it out. They do not make movies like Weird Science anymore, but Lisa was such a badass. Choose Love is pretty cute. It's a little interactive rom-com that lets you choose what happens to the main character. If you're a 90s kid, you gotta check out The Orange Years. This was a really fun documentary just going back to the start of Nickelodeon. The Nun 2 had some good jump scares, but the story was really weak. Skip. I thought Love at First Sight was super, super cute. The two of them together had great chemistry. Definitely check it out. A Haunting in Venice just felt like an exposition dump. Skip. The Creator is an ambitious sci-fi odyssey. I thought this was one of John David Washington's best roles, and the little girl that plays Alfie is such a star. A must-watch. No One Will Save You is a really quirky and interesting alien movie, although I gotta say, I do not know how she didn't talk the whole time, because I would have just been talking nonstop to myself. Check it out. I can't even tell you how surprised I was by Theater Camp. One of the best movies of the year. So hilarious. A must-watch. Fair Play was really dark. I would say tread cautiously with this one. While I don't think Spy Kids Armageddon lives up to the original films, it is fun for the family. Back to the Future meets Scream and Totally Killer. Check it out. Monster High 2 was just okay. I feel like the music is better than the actual story. Dark Harvest is my favorite horror movie I've seen this year. You got a really awesome killer in Sawtooth Jack, and there's so much blood and gore, just a cannot miss. I just wish Five Nights at Freddy's was wackier, bloodier, scarier. It just didn't hit. Skip. The Other Zoe is a really cute rom-com. You also got a lot of rising stars. Check it out. Dear David is a horror movie based off of a BuzzFeed cartoonist viral Twitter thread, and it just feels super outdated. Skip. If you're a fan of Heartstopper, check out Egghead and Twinkie. This is a really cute coming-of-age story, sort of road trip adventure. Xmas is one of my favorite new holiday movies of the year. Robbie Amell is so likable. Check it out. It's a Wonderful Knife just feels cheesy and cheap. Skip. I had a blast watching The Marvels. It's so fun, and Miss Marvel's my favorite. Definite watch. The Santa Summit is super, super cute. Check it out. I hated Dix the Musical. Skip. Adam Sandler's killing it with the family movies this year. I thought Leo was really funny and cute. Check it out. I watched Good Burger and Good Burger 2, and I think they really flowed well together. Watch. The kills in Thanksgiving are pretty brutal and wacky, but the characters have no development. Skip. Manodrome's just a little too dark for me. Skip. While Wish is not the most original movie ever, I liked the villain, and I loved the music. Check it out. I watched all the movies in the Hunger Game franchise thanks to Songbirds and Snakes. I am obsessed. I loved it so much. Like, even the Starving Game surprisingly holds up. Cass Brandy in every Christmas movie. I loved her in Best Christmas Ever. This one started a little slow, but had some nice messages. Check it out. This one ended a bit abruptly, but it was fun for the family. Watch. I thought Family Switch was just a mess. Skip. This is a very different adaptation of The Color Purple. It's a musical, it's much more joyful, and these leads are incredible. Definite watch. I went down a rabbit hole watching all three Wonka movies, and this was my least favorite. I just thought the music was awful. Charles Melton gave a great performance in May December, but the overall film is very slow, and the music is like laughable. It's like Lifetime style. The Iron Claw is such a depressing movie, but you definitely gotta check it out for Zac Efron. Leave the World Behind had a beginning and middle, but no end. It'll definitely make you think, but it might be frustrating. Migration was really cute, a great watch for the family. Dream Scenario was wild. It felt like a Black Mirror episode that just didn't give you the answers. Trolls Band Together was super cute, a lot of great music. Then we gotta talk Christmas movies. We watched A Christmas Story, just such a classic, so much fun. A Diva's Christmas Carol, the best Scrooge movie of all. If you like time travel and Christmas, you gotta check out A Biltmore Christmas. Better Watch Out, which is not for the faint of heart. That twist shook me. And Home Alone, which still holds up, so funny. Let me know what you watched this year.